Hello and welcome to the first video of our backend development series. In this specific video, we're going to be going over on how to get your development space set up on your computer. So for the backend, there are several tools that you can use, but for this series, we're going to be using Node.js, which is an open source cross-platform JavaScript runtime environment that executes JavaScript code outside a web browser. And on top of Node.js, you'll be using other dependencies as well, such as Express, Express Session, Client Session, Body Parser, Mongoose, and much more. And the purpose of these dependencies is to make our code much more efficient to write. So to get started, make sure you have Atom downloaded or any other coding IDE like VS Studio Code or Sublime Text, but I'm going to be using Atom for this series. By the way, if you are going to be collaborating on any projects, VS Studio Code is the best option because of their live share extension. A few friends and I were able to work on a project together pretty seamlessly in VS Studio Code. It's basically like Google Docs but for the programming world. And after you download those two, we can create a project through the command line. So let's exit out of this and open up the command line. Now we're going to cd into our desktop. So what cd is short for is change directory. Then we're going to create our project folder, and mkdir is short for make directory. And we're just going to call this folder project. So let's press enter, and then you can see that a folder has been made up over here. So then we're going to cd into our project. And now we're going to type in npm init. And what npm is the package installer for Node. So we're going to be using this to initialize projects, download our dependencies, and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and press enter. And it says that this utility will walk you through creating a package.json file. So we're going to leave package name as project version 1. Description, we can type in this is our project. And the entry point is going to be index.js, and we're going to be creating that file soon. Press enter, press enter. I'll type in my name, you can type in yours. Press enter, enter, is this okay? Yes, and press enter again. And now you can see that there is a file inside the project folder. So now we're going to create a index.js file, like I mentioned before. And the way to do that on Windows is type null and then a less than sign, and then the file name. So on Mac, instead of type null and then the less than sign, it's just the keyword touch and then the file name. So let's press enter, and then let's open up our project on Atom. So the shortcut for that in the command line is Atom space and then dot. Let's press enter. So as you can see, we have an index.js file and a package.json file. So right now in our package.json file, we don't have any dependencies. But right now we're going to be installing Express, which is basically a package that helps us with creating a server. So let's press enter. And then you can see everything is installing. And now you can see under dependencies, we have Express right there. So now let's go into our index.js file. So in order to use Express, we're going to first require it. So let's create a const called Express. and we're going to require Express. So what this line of code basically does is that it tells our index.js file that we're going to be using Express. Now we're going to create an instance of Express. So const app equals Express and the parentheses. Then we're basically going to be listening to our app, and we're going to host this server on port 3000. And if you're uploading your project to Heroku or any other service, then you can use this OR operator and then type in process.env.port. And then we're going to be calling a function. And this function is basically just going to console log that this server is on port 3000. And let's go ahead and save that. And let's run our project. And the way we run is node space index.js. Let's press enter, and it says that server is on 3000. So let's open up our browser, and let's go to localhost 3000, and it says that cannot get slash. And what the slash is basically our root directory. So it's basically localhost 3000 slash. And what we need to do is create a GET request. So let's put this to the side, and let's create a GET request, app.get. And what we're going to put in here is the slash, because that's our root directory. And then we're going to create a function. First parameter is request, the second parameter is response. And when we receive that request, we're going to send an HTML tag. So let's save that. And now let's go back. And to quit our server is basically Control C. And then now we're back into our project. And now let's run node index.js again. It says server is on 3000. Let's reload this. And you can see that it says hello. Now the final thing we're going to be discussing about in this video is nodemon, which basically restarts your server whenever you save your index.js file. So let's quit the server again. And now let's install nodemon. Now if you go to your package.json, you'll see that nodemon is going to be appearing as a dependency right here. So then we'll go back to index.js. Let's say we are running. So the way we run with nodemon is just nodemon index.js. So it says server is on 3000. So if you go back, it still says hello. But now let's say you don't want to say hello, but you want to say hello world. Just type in world, and then you save your index.js file, and you can see that the server is restarted automatically. So now if you go to localhost 3000 and reload, you see that you have hello world. Well, that's it for this video. Right now we're just sending an HTML element, but soon we're going to be sending HTML files, rendering EJS files, and even sending data to the front end as well. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and hope to see you in the next one.